Well, if you're anything like most Americans, you would do anything for a little more sleep, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Yet you may not know that not getting enough sleep can actually make you gain weight. That's right, I said gain weight. And that's one reason to take action and get to bed early. And board-certified sleep expert Dr. Michael Breus is here to talk about it. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Alex. How are you?
Doing really well. It's really nice to have you back on. So I kind of want to start out broad and sort of get a little more narrow. Why is it so important to get sleep?
So it turns out that sleep affects every organ system, every disease state, whether you're fighting a cold or just looking for an overall better quality of life. Sleep is probably one of the most primal things that you can do. I mean, I tell people all the time, everything you do better with a good night's sleep.
Definitely, and including, I guess, keeping the weight off, right? So what is the link between sleeping and actually not gaining weight?
So it turns out that the more sleep deprived you are, the lower your metabolism and the higher your appetite, which turns out to be kind of a recipe for disaster when it comes to weight loss.
I would say so. And what kind of tips do you have for us to get to sleep? And maybe was there a study conducted that showed a little more of these results?
Yep. So I partnered with Princess Cruise Lines, and we did a study learning a lot more about what's going on. And, you know, as you identified, a lot of people don't even know that sleep has an effect on weight loss. But it turns out another thing that we learned is that people aren't even sleeping well on vacations. 59% of people are not getting a great night's sleep on vacation. So with Princess, we decided, you know what? We're going to change the beds and we're going to do something brand new. So we created the Princess Luxury Bed and replaced 44,000 beds across the fleet. It turns out the mattress has a tremendous amount to do with getting a better night's rest.
Wow. And so what's different about this mattress that sort of makes it better for people to sleep on and to get their sleep rhythms back in order?
Sure. So the mattress itself is got individually wrapped coils, it's got memory foam, it's got a pillow top, it's got a great support layer as well as a great comfort layer. And it's something that a lot of people out there may not have had the opportunity to try yet. So that's one of the things that we're hoping for, is that people come on and really enjoy their night's rest and, of course, really enjoy their cruise.
Wow, that sounds really comfortable. And I would think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when people go on vacation, it messes up their sleep schedule. So tell us about the circadian rhythm and why it's so important to sort of get on a consistent schedule.
Yeah, so one of the things that's classic that happens when you're on vacation is you stay up late and then you sleep late. And of course, that shifts your internal biological rhythm, what you correctly identified as a circadian rhythm. So that's the rhythm that tells your body when to eat, when to sleep, when to do all kinds of different things. And many people on vacation kind of throw caution to the wind. Maybe they have an extra drink or two at dinner. Maybe they're out late dancing, which is all good stuff. And I'm glad everybody's out there having fun. But being able to keep a level of consistency to your sleep is definitely going to make you enjoy your vacation even that much more.
Yeah, and definitely people need to keep in mind also that alcohol can affect the way you sleep, can't it?
It does. Most people think of alcohol as something that helps them fall asleep, but there's a big difference between going to sleep and passing out. I tell people this all the time. While alcohol may make you feel sleepy, it turns out that it keeps you out of the deeper stages of sleep. And so we really want to avoid alcohol probably about 3 hours before lights out.
Very important note. And doctor, before I let you go, what if in people's everyday lives they have a lot of trouble sleeping? What's one or two tips that you can give us that'll sort of get them back on track?
Sure. So a couple of different things that people might not be aware of, but it turns out that sunlight is incredibly important to the sleep cycle. So right when you get up, go outside and get a nice big dose of about 10 or 15 minutes of sunlight. That helps reset that circadian clock that we were just talking about. Also turns out that caffeine has a half-life of between 8 and 10 hours. So best to stop caffeine around 2 p.m. That way you can still enjoy your cup of coffee in the morning or your tea at lunch, but not have it affect your ability to fall asleep at night. The final thing is keeping a consistent sleep schedule. Turns out to be one of the best things that you can possibly do, which includes waking up at the same time, even on the weekends.
Great tips. You know, it's funny you mentioned caffeine, doctor. I had such trouble sleeping last night because I had a cup of coffee at 4 p.m., something I never do, and I definitely couldn't sleep until 3 a.m., so that was bad. But doctor, where can we go and get more information about all this?
Sure. For more information, people can go to www.princess.com/sleep.
Very good. Dr. Michael Breus, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Now you guys stay where you are. The Morning Blend will be right back.